Hello everyone, my name is Cameron Gilbert, and today I'll be talking to you about PTSD disorder. So without further ado, let's begin. So, what is PTSD exactly? Well, PTSD or post-traumatic disorder is a psychiatric disorder that may occur in people who have experienced or witnessed a traumatic event such as natural disaster, a serious accident, war and combat, terrorist attack, or rape or sexual violence, or in a serious injury. Now, when it comes to PTSD, there's a lot of stuff that's happening within the mind. So, within this visual aid here, we have flashbacks, fear, hypervigilance, trigger, anxiety, arousal, all sorts of those components right there that's going on within the mind because a lot of flashbacks are happening and it's an unrousing feeling that would cause them to become hypervigilance, feel very discomfortable and trying to get away from that. Now, let's talk about some of the symptoms that do happen within PTSD. So, some symptoms that can happen for people who have PTSD include such as nightmares or unwanted memories of the trauma, avoidance of certain situations that bring back those memories of that certain trauma, heightened reactions, anxiety, or depressed moods. Now, for signs that do occur during the PTSD, we have changes in the mood or thinking, we have an altered anxiety state, we have avoiding external reminders, and much, much more. Now, there are ways to combat PTSD. There are many treatments involving therapy and medication. So we'll start off with different treatments. So these treatments consist of medications and therapy, which are many, many types focusing on trauma, psychotherapy, as well as medications to manage these symptoms. Now, start off with therapies. There are many therapies that focus on like cognitive behavior, eye movement desensitization, reprocessing, and much, much more. Moving on to medications, we have medications such as selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, or SSRIs for short. These help ease symptoms of depression, mood, anxiety, and much, much more. Now, these SSRIs are a class of medical drugs used to combat disorders such as PTSD itself. Now, there are also more strategies to cope with during PTSD. So I have another visual aid here. If y'all guys can see this here, things you could do to help combat against PTSD: spending time with people, mindfulness, exercise, journaling, getting counseling, getting some help, much more. There's a lot of ways out there that you can help yourself or friend and family member to help relieve the stress against PTSD. Now, moving on to our prevalence of the disorder. Now, for those who don't know what the prevalence is, we're just talking about how many people who have this disorder and the conditionings that get. So in this case, we're only focusing on the people within the United States. So approximately around 3.5% people in the United States have this disorder, and an estimated of 1 in 11 people will be diagnosed with PTSD in their lifetime, which is pretty crazy, y'all. That is pretty crazy. Now, we're going to go into the reason of why I chose this topic. So the reason why I chose PTSD is because I would like to take this knowledge at hand of my research and put it to good use in helping people who do have PTSD, or if I ever did manage to have PTSD, I would like to take my research and my knowledge to help anyone in the best of my ability to help them cope with their needs and get through these difficult times. Now, for the references that I use, the first one that I use within this presentation would be my textbook. So for our textbook, it's Myers / DeWall Exploring Psychology 1101. This can be found within Chapter 14, Psychological Disorders, pages 509, 5 through 10, which covers PTSD, which is what we're talking about here in this presentation, or post-traumatic stress disorder. For my second reference here, we have what is PTSD? So the website, if y'all guys wanting to learn more about PTSD, the symptoms, behaviors, and much more, go to www.psychiatry.org. So in conclusion, for this topic here, struggling with PTSD isn't a sign of weakness, y'all. It's the mind and the body's response to a major source of stress and anxiety. There's no perfect timeline for the feeling better or any of the stuff happening, but speaking up and asking for help from different people and resources will allow you to cope through these tough times and combat against PTSD. So yeah, I hope y'all guys learn a lot from PTSD, and that if you or any family members do have this certain disorder, that you'll be able to take this knowledge and this research to be able to put it to good use and help those people out in the best of your ability. Thanks again for watching this presentation. I hope y'all have a safe rest of your day. Thank you.